There are some people that are so afraid of adversity, so afraid of struggling, so afraid of taking their time and learning things the hard way that they actually coddle the people around them so they won't have to suffer. They give in to them. They always give them a soft place to lie on no matter what they do. And these people stay under constant stress and strain. Let me give you a case in point because I think some of you already have read into what I'm talking about. Let's say that you have a brother or a sister. You went to college or you went to training school or whatever and you got your career. You got a place to stay. You have a source of income. You're focused. You probably have a family or whatever. And you have that one brother or sister that just moves from pillar to post, pillar to post. They may have a mental condition, may have a health condition. We're not talking about those people. We're not talking about people who are mentally impaired due to drugs or alcohol, because that's a form of disability. It's a temporary one, but it's mind altering, so it doesn't apply to them as well. So we're not talking about those people. We're talking about regular able-bodied people just like you and me. And the thing is, they want to do various things, but the people that are in charge of them or who are significant influence in their life, they won't let them go out and take the chance. They have it where they have spent their entire life making sure this person doesn't suffer any adversity, any pain, or anything. They're always there to just rush in and fix everything. They want everything to be absolutely perfect all of the time for these people. All of the time. And what happens is they grow up and time moves on, and the person who's doing it for them, they made so many sacrifices to the point where they put off their own progress in their own lives. They could have lost partners because of it. They could have lost jobs because of it. They could have put themselves in a severe financial bind trying to make sure that this person doesn't do any suffering because they love them so much. If you're one of these people, you are hurting yourself and you're hurting that person. There are going to be times in their life where they're going to be by themselves and they're going to have to be able to handle things on their own. And if they were never taught on how to deal with adverse conditions, then they're going to be a hot-ass mess when the rubber hits the road. There's going to be a day where you're not always going to be around. And what that person is going to do is they're conditioned so badly to think that the person that they cares about has to cover them, that they decide that they're going to go ahead and find someone to replace that person. Let's say, unfortunately, it was the case of a child that was being coddled and so-called protected by a parent, and that parent gets sick and dies. Okay, that person is alone now. What kind of partner do you think they're going to seek out? They're going to seek out the person who possesses the same qualities as the person who protected them. They're going to place the expectations of responsibility that they received from that parent on their new partner. And they're not going to be able to keep a partner. They may be able to luck up and get one, but they're going to put so much financial and emotional stress on that person, so much to the point where they're either going to leave, or they're going to get sick and die, or they're going to lose their mind, or they're going to develop some kind of substance habit. It's not going to be a happy cohabitation. It's not. And they think that because they hadn't been exposed to anything in the world and haven't had to do anything, they figure that anybody that they care about is supposed to just automatically provide that blanket for them, automatically provide that soft place for them. They weren't taught about accountability and responsibility because the parent that was alive, never made them accountable or responsible for anything. All they did was cover their asses for them. So they think anybody that they come across, they should cover their ass for them. And I'm going to tell you something. As we progress as a people in this world, in society and civilization, those type of people, those numbers are dwindling very fast. People have problems of their own. People are becoming more aware of who they are, becoming more aware of their circumstances and their surroundings, and they're becoming more proactive in repairing what is damaged, and they don't have time to be dealing with someone so spoiled to the point where they feel that everybody within earshot is supposed to come to their rescue for every single little thing. People are starting to have less time for that. And a lot of these people wind up losing their minds. Some of them turn to substance abuse. Some of them turn to violence, crime, and unfortunately, some of them even resort to suicide because they were never taught on how to take care of themselves and be able to deal with the world, because the world is not going to give them that type of protection like that parent did. Ill-prepared, immature, irresponsible, totally sheltered. And the person who did this to them is dead and gone now, but they were wrong. Absolutely wrong. So if you know somebody in this situation or whatever, try to encourage them, try to introduce things in the world and encourage them to start building a life for themselves. Have them exposed to things in the outer world so they could just see how the world works. It's a very varied and complicated place, and there are a lot of different things to see and do, good and bad, but they need to see what it is before they lose that family member. Because if they don't learn it now, when that family member passes away, they're going to be bouncing around from pillar to post until they die, because they never had a chance to make a go of it on their own. Just saying.